Huge spoilers ahead for Squid Game Season 3. So if you're an employed person with a job who didn't binge watch the whole season on the day of release, yeah, come back to this video later after you have watched it. That being said, Squid Game Season 3 is out. With that, the story of Gi-hun is finished. The reason I said Gi-hun and not that Squid Game is finished is because it's one of the most successful shows of Netflix. Plus, the ending kind of hinted at a sequel, which I'll talk about later, but let's start with Squid Game Season 3. Personally, if I have to give the rating of Squid Game Season 3 out of 10, I would say it's a 7-ish. I gave Season 1 7.5, which is still the best season. Squid Game Season 1 is still better than Season 3, but it's not by a mile. It's not like Season 1 is like infinitely better than Season 3. Season 1 just came out of nowhere and still was so emotional and impactful compared to Season 3, which had 2 seasons worth of backing. Let's start with the games first, because it's Squid Games. The games are the main attraction of this series. So let's start with the games first. I would say Season 1 and Season 2 definitely had better games. Like Season 3 games were just not all that, because like there were 3 games in the Season 3. First game was hide and seek, but with knives. Like players are divided in 2 teams, and one side is hiding and other sides are given knife, and now they have to kill the hiding side. And it's like not as intense as you would expect it to be. It did have one of these sadness that for me, the military trans woman, I forgot her name, she died. That person was the one I was rooting for, except for Gi-hun. That was the only character I cared about, and she died in this one. So like, and like the whole attraction of this game was just Gi-hun trying to find Daeho. You know Daeho, the marine dude who betrayed Gi-hun and everyone in the last season, and now Gi-hun is trying to find him and kill him, which he does. And that was like the whole point. That was like the whole investment in this game. Like, come on, Gi-hun, find Daeho, blah blah blah. Second game was jump rope. Like this is the bridge, and there's like 2 statues, and then they are doing with the jump, and player have to cross the bridge while jumping every time the rope comes in. They like, it's supposed to be like equivalent of Glass Bridge, but like Glass Bridge was way better game and had way more intense moments. Like which one is real? Like the game wasn't intense at all. They tried making it more intense with like adding more villain character. Like there's a dude who crossed the finish line, and now he's pushing everyone off whoever tries to finish the cross line to eliminate the competition and get more money. And like Gi-hun kills him, and like, but it still wasn't as intense as like Glass Bridge was. And then the final game is like this pillar game where it's like it starts with 9 players, and you're supposed to kill one person and move on to second bridge, kill one person and move on to third bridge and kill one person. So realistically only 3 people should die, and the bad guys outnumber the good guys, and they already have their eyes like, we're gonna kill Gi-hun, we're gonna kill the player 333, we're gonna kill 125 Minsu. Before the end it wasn't emotional at all. Up until the end it gets very emotional, like when Gi-hun sacrifices himself for the baby and stuff. And yeah, the Junhee, the 222 girl who was pregnant, she had the baby in this season in like second game, and she sacrifices herself in the, I will talk about it later in the character section. Like Season 1 final game actually had me like, okay, this is emotional. Like Gi-hun has a reason to kill the other dude because he killed 067, so it had emotion in it. And Season 3 finale game also had emotion, but it's only like up until the finale when Gi-hun is sacrificing himself and is like, yeah, we are humans, we are not horses, and he sacrifices himself. Like yeah, that was emotional, but before that it was like a mess. Everyone's like trying to kill each other, like push them off the ledge, and like it's also fucking stupid because 333 killed like 3 players on second round. Like, you dumb fucking idiot, you should have saved one for the final round. So the games weren't as good and as intense as they were in Season 1 and Season 2. Like Season 1 games had us in a chokehold. Like first game, red light green light, everyone is like intense. Like second game, the cookie game, which literally started a trend. Like third game, tug of war, our team is weak. Then Glass Bridge, then Squid Game. So like all the games of Season 1 were so good. So games aside, let's talk about the characters. Now character writing in this season, it honestly depends on character, because some characters were all over the place, but some characters were written very good. Gi-hun was pretty good. Obviously his main character, he's been goated for all 3 seasons. Gi-hun is my favorite, and it's not even close. He's like leagues above anyone else. Frontman doesn't play much role in this season. He's like his Season 1 equivalent. Like how in Season 1 he was just behind the scenes, you would see him once in a while. Frontman is doing the same in this season, except for the one scene where he gives Gi-hun the choice to kill everyone, get out of the game with the baby. Except for that, Frontman is pretty much useless in this season. But some of the noticeable characters were 333, 222, and the guard girl, player 146, I think, the dude who had a cancer daughter, and Huang, and the gangster lackey whose boss was killed by the recruiter in Rock Paper Scissors, the one who survived that game, him. Like these are the only pretty much important characters of the season. Now, some characters were really good written, like Gi-hun was really good written. The guard girl, she was really good written. I loved watching their side of story. Like every time guard girl was on the screen, I was actually interested. Like, okay, what's her next plan? How she's escaping? Even when she escapes, she comes back, and now she wants to kill the dude with the black track suit and everything. So, like, her story was actually interesting, and Gi-hun's story was obviously interesting. But then there are some characters which are like all over the place. A really good example for this is Triple Three, the scammer dude who scammed everyone out with the crypto coins. Everyone, you know, the one Thanos was beating up. At one point, he's trying to be like a good father and good parent. He's like Juhi, the Triple Two girl, the one who was pregnant. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get out of this place. Even in the first game, he was the victim first. He was given the role to hide, and the pregnant girl was given the knife to kill person. But then they changes the role. He's like, I'm gonna come and protect you and everything. But like he just completely forgets about her and starts killing people because he needs more and more money. You know, the more dead people, more money for him. So he has this two side. Like one side he's trying to like take care of his wife and kid, not wife, girlfriend and kid. But at the second side, he's very greedy as fuck, which is what his character eventually becomes into. Like in the third game, for first there are three pillars, and on pillar 1 and pillar 2 he's clearly trying to save the kid, but on the pillar 3 he just doesn't give a fuck. He wants the money all for himself. He even threatens the girl, like he even threatens Gi-hun. This character is all over the place. Like at one point he's trying to become good, but then he's greedy. Also, he likes in the final game alone he kills I think 4 people. Just on the second pillar alone he killed 3 people. He should have saved one for the final pillar, but like he's so greedy that he just doesn't even care at this point. He was definitely the most infuriating character, but if you just look at him from a villain point of view, he's pretty good. He's supposed to be the equivalent of Gi-hun's best friend from season 1, who got greedy and killed 0667 and other people just because of his greed. So player number 333 is supposed to be equivalent of that. But like Gi-hun's best friend in season 1 was shady from the start. Fucking player 333, he's trying to become good at one point, but then he's also evil at one point. So like his character is all over the place. I was not a big fan of his character. He was a decent villain, I guess, and he's also the main villain, so he is a decent one. Speaking of equivalent of character, there is player number 222, Junhee, the pregnant girl. She's supposed to be the equivalent of 067. You know, season 1 at 067. This season 2 and season 3 have 222, and it's basically the same story arc. And there is this girl, she has someone to take care of. Like 067 had her younger brother, and 222 have her baby, and they both die in a stupid fucking way. And then Gi-hun is left with the responsibility of the person. Like Gi-hun was left with the responsibility of the brother of 067. Now in this season he's left with the responsibility of the baby of Junhee. So like it's pretty much the same character arc for both 067 and Junhee, and they both died in a pretty fucking stupid way. Like 067 died because fucking the glass bridge randomly decided to explode and she got stabbed. I know Gi-hun's best friend was the one who eventually killed her, but she got injured because of the glass bridge. And then 222 Junhee, she died because she randomly just twisted her ankle and now she can't cross the bridge on the jumping rope game, so she just commits suicide. Like what the fuck? I just didn't like how these both characters died. I thought this time they will do something different, like history won't repeat itself. The storyline is similar to 067, but I hope she won't get the same ending as 067, but apparently she does. And like I wasn't a big fan of this plot line. Then there's also Minsu. Like this dude character is all over the place too. Like first of all, I don't know why people even thought Minsu was a VIP. If you don't know, when season 2 came out, all kinds of theories going around. People were just calling anyone VIP, and many people thought Minsu was a VIP too. But yeah, no, he isn't. His character is also all over the place. Like at one point he wants to take revenge from Thanos lackey who killed the girl in season 2. After getting rid of him, Minso himself is on drugs and he's like hallucinating from the withdrawal and shit, and then he dies a lame fucking death in the final game. He's just like at the corner like shaking, and then fucking 333 just pushes him off and he's just like, yeah, wallahi, I'm finished. Like I just didn't even care about this dude. Like even when he died, I was like, okay, next I guess. I just didn't care about his whole story at all. Like first game he's on drugs, so he's like just out. He's just like not even thinking straight. Second game he's pretty badass. He's trying to take the revenge from Thanos lackey. But third game he's just out again because of the withdrawals from the drugs, and like the character is all over the place. Then there's the mother-son duo who also got a goofy ending. It was pretty emotional, but then it was also pretty goofy. So the son dies in the first game, and his job is basically to kill someone, but apparently he's a good guy, so he can't kill someone. But then he randomly decides that he do not want to be a good guy, so he's trying to kill Junhee and her baby daughter. And his mother's like, no, don't kill her. She just had a baby. She became a mom. You can't kill her. And he's like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill her. Which I get it. The game was about to end. He was at his breaking point, and he was like, fuck it, we ball. But then his mother kills him, and it's like I was actually invested in mother and son duo, but they had such an unsatisfied end. Like I for sure thought like one of them like gonna sacrifice himself for the other, but then like, or at least like old lady is gonna sacrifice herself for Junhee and her baby, but then like it's just not it. Then there is the policeman plot line. Like his plot line is actually very funny because of how bad it is. For if you watch my season 2 review, that was one of my biggest criticism for season 2, that policeman plotline is so half baked. They just don't even care about him at this point. Like per episode they will show him for like 5 minutes and that's it. And then they tried giving a big reveal at the end that the Captain Park, he's actually evil, but everyone saw that coming. And then in season 3 they actually decide to write this plot line, but it's so badly written. The dude, the gangster dude, the one who lends money, whose boss was killed by the recruiter, he's like, oh, Mr. Huang, I'm suspicious of Captain Park because last night I saw him with Screwdriver, and then drone operator goes missing. That's pretty suspicious. And Huang is like, okay, no bro, Captain Park is a good guy, he saved my life, blah blah blah. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go gather like evidence against him, then I'll prove that Captain Park is not a good person. And then he goes to Captain Park home, and then he finds the evidence. Captain Park apparently had a dog, and the dog attacked him, so he killed the dog with the gun. But then police came out of nowhere and arrested him. And then police told Captain Park, oh, this dude, he broke in your house, blah blah blah, found your things. And so Captain Park knows my cover is blown, so he takes the gun and he goes out to kill everyone. But the gangster dude, he tells Huang that, oh, Captain Park is an evil dude, he's with the Squid Game motherfuckers. But by the time Huang realizes this, everyone on his crew is dead. Captain Park killed everyone. So Huang, the policeman, the detective, he kills Captain Park, who dies without saying anything. And by the final episode, the policeman Huang, he actually finds the island and he infiltrates the island. But by the time he's infiltrating the island, Frontman already knows that their cover is blown, so he like escapes the VIP and press the self-destruct button. As a result, whole island will be destroyed. Policeman achieves nothing. His whole plot line was for nothing. He did nothing for the whole season. He achieved nothing. Like the whole plot line is so funny because it's so pathetic. I actually thought he will at least kill Frontman, or he's gonna kill. He killed no one. By the time he reached Frontman is already escaping. They just look at each other and be like, okay, let's just leave. We see the policeman leaving the island, and behind him island is being destroyed. Then 6 months later, and now he's apparently the new guardian of Junhee's baby. 222, player number 222, her baby. She was the only one who survived because Gi-hun sacrificed himself to save her. So Frontman takes the baby out of the island, and then he sends the baby to policeman. Now his job is to raise this girl with the money she won. Like on his opposite was the guard girl. Her plotline was like infinitely more better. Like unlike policeman, she actually achieved her goal. She wanted to save player for 146. She saved him. She wanted to kill the dude in the black tracksuit. She killed him, and then she made it out of the island too. Like so, like her plotline was way better. She achieved everything. At the end of the season, we also see that her daughter is alive and she's in China and she's leaving for the China. Take all of policeman plotline. Huang is his name. I just keep calling him policeman because he was policeman in season 1. Delete all of his plotline, and he doesn't contribute anything to the show. This dude was just goofing around for 2 seasons and achieved nothing. Got like 20 people killed for no fucking reason. Now let's talk about the ending. So at the end, we see everyone who survived Squid Game, like player 146, he's continuing his job at the park of making the portrait. His daughter got cured of cancer, and now the guard girl, she's going to China to meet her daughter who survived. 067 mother, who was in North Korea, finally came to South Korea, and then she meets 067 brother, aka her son. Like the policeman Huang, he's given the custody of Junhee's daughter, 222's daughter, along with the prize money, because 222 was technically the player and she was the last surviving one, so she won 45.6 billion won. And you got Frontman, who's delivering all of Gi-hun's money to the daughter in the USA, and that's it. And speaking of USA, Squid Game is now in USA. At the ending scene, we see Frontman looking in an alleyway where we have a female recruiter who's playing Dakchi game with a homeless man. It's in America, so like because the island got destroyed, now apparently they are doing it in America, which is the reason I think Squid Game is not finished, because Squid Game is still running, Frontman is still here, VIPs are still here, and because we saw the girl recruiting, which means Squid Game is still running strong. So that's the reason like we can get like Squid Game again, like an American version of it, because now it's taking place in America instead of South Korea. Overall, it was a pretty good finale. Like the final episode was definitely very good. Like the whole scene of of Gi-hun sacrificing himself was really good. Gi-hun character arc actually ended very good. But because of the ending, I am questioning the existence of season 2 and 3 because nothing changed. Because Gi-hun wanted to stop the Squid Game and save as much people as he can. But then 456 people died. All 456 died. Only one survived, which is Juni's daughter, who was just born mid-game. VIPs are fine. Frontman is fine. All the guards are fine. None of the guards died. All the guards are. Everyone is fine. So Squid Game is still going strong. In fact, it's now happening in an even bigger country. Wasn't the whole point of season 2 and 3 to destroy Squid Game and like save as much people as they can? But so like I guess we got more entertainment and frontman origin story, I guess, but that's about it. Except for frontman origin story, season 2 and 3 are worthless, which I guess is the point here. Like, you can't change how the world goes. Like, frontman said himself, the game's gonna continue as long humans are as they are, which I get it. It was the point of the show. Overall, I've already said season was pretty good. Finale was pretty good. I love. They gave a pretty good ending to Gi-hun. It could have been done better, but I'm satisfied with what we got, and I hope Netflix doesn't try to milk this series. Overall, it was pretty good. If you haven't watched Squid Game, I don't know what the fuck are you doing. Why the fuck are you this deep in the video? Like, yeah, go watch it, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.